Hey everybody, this is Dr. Lakeisha J. Cole of thefaithoutcome.com, and today I have a wonderful topic that I want to discuss, and it's hot pretty early today, and for some reason I'm just feeling pretty smart and bougie. So I have an umbrella and I'm walking to just keep myself and give myself a little additional shade because it's scorching, but there are a lot of things on my mind today. I have decided today to just deal with today. I'm not going to think about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about yesterday. I'm just living in today, in that moment, and I think I need to do a lot more of that. I was awakened early this morning, probably about, it may have been between 3 and 4 a.m., and I just saw how I don't think that I am really taking time to see every moment of my life and where I was. Like, yes, I'm a very progressive person. I believe in progressing quickly. I believe in as soon as something is working out for me, it's time to establish a new goal, work on it, and get it. That's my mindset. And that's a great mindset. It does allow me to reflect here and there on my progress and where I've been, but not really like I was thinking about it this morning between 3 and 4 a.m. Something made me just really stop and look at myself and my life, because I am so in a space right now where I really want to do something specific so much, to the point that I am really not allowing myself to see where I'm at. Like, I'm putting so much pressure on myself, something I've always done. And it's just me. Nobody's putting pressure on me or really ever put pressure on me like I put on myself. And I am really just, I just had to stop and look and say, you know what? I remember when I wanted all this stuff that I'm currently living. I remember when I wanted to be this. I remember when I wanted to do that. I remember when I wanted to have this and that. And the truth is, I'm so focused on clicking those boxes that I did not check yet, that I'm not really, I mean, I do say it, but not really. I'm not really looking at it and seeing that I have really checked a lot of boxes of things that I wanted and believed that I had to have. And I remember praying for these things, asking for these things, wishing, hoping, dreaming about these things. And truthfully, I have achieved these things. And I remember it was time consuming and a lot of hard work and a lot of discipline and just thought to make sure, is this what I really want? Is this what I really want to do? Is it what I really want to have? And it was something that took a lot of time and energy for me. And it didn't look like at the time. It was just something so simple for me to do. Like I would be able to do it with no problem. I have everything I need to obtain this stuff. It wasn't like that at all. And as I said in one of my previous videos, that I always wanted to do things that were beyond me. Like I couldn't see myself doing it without having some kind of God support, God speed, faith. Like I just haven't been, I'm not that regular person where, hold on now. Okay, let's get this going. Come on. Okay. Where, things that I wanted to do, they were always a lot for me. They were a lot for me to handle. They were a lot for me to do. It was a lot for me to be able to achieve and accomplish. It wasn't just something that I could just, go out there and do and I have everything I need. No. I always wanted to do stuff that it was just a lot for me, too much for me. I didn't have the resources. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have everything in place that I needed. I just had faith and I just had a desire. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. And I believed that I could do it. And now that I've achieved that stuff, it's like I can't even almost sometimes remember like every specific detail to how difficult and challenging it was for me. Like how much work it took for me to get there. I remember going to school and getting my PhD, getting my master's degree, getting my bachelor's degree, and thinking about what I wanted to study and was it something I needed to study. When I created my own business, would I just jump out there and stand out on my own? Who do I need to contact to go about doing it? What would I do? And that stuff was hard. Getting married, having 2 children, everything that goes into doing all of that and having all of that and maintaining all of that. Like this stuff wasn't easy and it's still not easy. And I've done it. And now I just look at where I want to be and what I want to do and what I want to achieve this time. And it's like, okay, well, this is what I want to do. So I'm thinking this might be a part 2, because if I run this field, I think when I get done, my phone is just not going to be on pause. So I'll try it. And if so, it'll be a part 2 so I can continue. Okay, it's perfect. I just ran. Whew. And, whew. Of course, I need to catch my breath. And, I am. But, what is it? Okay, see, there's the field. I'm done. Okay. I was just saying, after I run, I forget my thought. But I was just saying that in so many words, for me, and maybe for you too, you can just accomplish and achieve, and it takes forever to do this stuff. You're so excited when you reach that milestone, when you achieve that goal. And it's like all the work that it took for you to do that, get to that point, it just seems like it goes by so fast. Like as soon as you get there, it's like, okay, what now? You almost instantly forget how much work it took. And you can easily get in that state where you're not ungrateful because you already knew what it took to get you there, and you prayed to get there, and you asked the universe, and you meditated, and you sought every avenue that you needed to make it. So you definitely put in the time and energy. But to get there and achieve it, and then you find something else that you want to do this, you want to have that, you want to be this now. And once you reach that level, you know, okay, it's time to start a new goal. This is what I'm working on now, and how am I going to do this, and what's it going to take for me to achieve it? And you start focusing immediately on doing that. And I just want to make sure that I'm always taking some kind of time to appreciate where I'm at, see where I'm at, and, you know, be grateful for all the hard work that it took to get me where I'm at. Because sometimes you could just get so distracted so easily, listen to a whole lot of voices for what you want to do now, where you want to be, and what you want to have, and what you think it's going to take. And people are looking at you and what you've achieved already, and they have their own perspective and idea of what they think, which is always wrong, because they didn't live your experience, so they don't really know what it took for you. And when you're always looking at what somebody has, you see what they have and where they are and what they've accomplished, and you just think you know what it took for them to get there. Even if you acknowledge, oh, I'm sure it was some hard work, you don't really know the journey that anybody has. And so for me, as I stated this morning, I was just really like, I just saw myself like the younger version of me. I saw me when I wanted all this stuff that I'm living now, and how I really have to think back to what it took for me to change my life from that younger age to where I am now, and not just overlook, because sometimes even rejection and it taking a long time for you to make it to where you want to be, or getting there faster than you thought it would even take, and looking at it as, oh my gosh, it was so much easier than I thought. And all of that makes you look at the journey as if, you know, you could just really easily overlook once you make it. And I mean, just everything from writing the books to my first book, to not having one book and remembering what I was thinking about it and how I was going to achieve it, and would I do it or not? Is it necessary? What do I need to do? You know, and now it's like, okay, I have 12 books and I'm working on number 13. And I look at that kind of almost like simple, because as I stated, writing and speaking just has always come natural for me. And I never really even looked at it compared to other things I was trying to do that I thought was hard for me. You know, I really had to do something different out of my natural element. And I just really want to continue to encourage others to, you know, no matter where you are and what you see yourself doing in your future, just look at right now and try not to fly by it so fast, you know, or use what I say, well, it took me so long to get here, I'm ready to, you know, get on to the next thing because I felt like I should have been here faster. And I should have already had this right now. So when I get it, it's like, okay, move on, next thing. And I really do want to appreciate it and just take it in, and also use it as motivation, because I got a lot going on with this umbrella. I want to continue to remember that, I did make it. So whatever I'm trying to do right now, whatever I want to see happen for me, it'll happen too. And why it hasn't happened, it wasn't meant for me to have that particular goal achieved at this point in my life, at this stage. It's no different than anything else I achieved. Sometimes you or me, I will speak for me personally. I have felt like a failure with certain things that I thought, okay, I wanted to do this, and yeah, I had all these things that I wanted, and I have all this stuff checked off. But then there's these 3 things over here that I never checked them off. And I wanted them just as much as everything else. And I've been wanting them for this long, and they haven't happened yet. So I feel that there's a small part of me sometimes that has felt like I failed when it came to those 3 things on my list of just things I want to achieve and accomplish for me. But I know better, and I have to continue to stay positive and keep the faith and just motivate myself in the same manner that I do everybody else, and just sometimes, like I said, continue to read my books from thefaithoutcome.com that keep me motivated and inspired and show me like this is something I achieved, and this is something that has purpose in my life. And if it has purpose in my life serves as a purpose for others as well. And when I'm using it, it'll help me too. So that's what my message is about today. Bottom line is, whatever it is that you're doing, anything, it can be on a mental level, physical level, biological, chemical, biochemical level, with your body. It could be spiritual, if I didn't say that just now. For your career, it could be educational, it could be professional, whatever level it is on. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever you want to do. And no matter how long you've wanted to do it, if it's something that you haven't checked that box off in life yet, just continue to stay inspired and continue to motivate yourself, knowing that it doesn't mean that it's not for you. It could mean, it may just mean that it wasn't the time for you, but it's definitely something that is possible for you. Just like everything else and anything else that you've achieved, no matter how small, whatever you've achieved. And look at, sometimes people don't consider things as achievements and accomplishments. Your children that you birthed, your children that you raised, people's lives who you've influenced, jobs, every job that you've had, from your very first job to your volunteer work, no pay jobs, every single thing that you've ever done, everything, it's an accomplishment. If you were able to go into a store and buy something that you couldn't purchase at one point in time, it's no limits to what I'm speaking of, because that's what it takes for you to keep going forward, keep moving forward, keep believing and knowing that you can achieve even greater, because you need to just see everything that you've done. It mattered, and it matters when you look at where you are today. Where you are today, what you're doing, what you have, who you are. It came from everything that you've done. The hurts, the pain, the struggle, the happy times, the motivational moments, the inspiring moments, those good things, all of it played a role in who you are today and why you have what you have today, why you're doing the wonderful, awesome things that you're doing that make a difference in your life and impact others. All of that matters. And I just want you to be inspired, but don't discredit or fly by those moments that you've achieved thus far already. Appreciate those moments. Look at them, study them for the inspiring moments that you need moving forward in your life. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to come together. Whatever you're doing, whatever your endeavors, just stay positive. Know that you can do it. There's nothing impossible for you. All things are possible for you. Believe and know that you can do it. Take action in your life. And go get it. This is Dr. Lakeisha J. Cole. Have a wonderful week.